What better place to plan a staycation here in the Metro than at one of Omaha's premiers, or one of the nation's premier zoos, right here in Omaha. If you're planning a day or two trip here in Omaha, don't forget about the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium. Here to tell us more about what's new at the zoo, Chief Brand and Experience Officer Megan Longo. Megan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's start right there. What is new at the zoo this summer?
So this summer we're very excited to reopen our new Stingray Beach. So this exhibit has been closed for just over a year, and our teams have come together to really reimagine the space, from the habitat design to our water filtration, to the daily care and well-being of the animals who live there, and then of course the guest experience.
So what will that guest experience be like if somebody goes?
So if you're joining us at our Stingray Beach habitat this summer, you'll start your experience by rinsing your hands. Someone will guide you to a place where you're comfortable by the pool, and we'll give you some guidance and overview of our animals who live there. We have cow-nosed stingrays and brown-banded bamboo sharks.
Wow.
And you can simply just enjoy them and watch them swim and hear more about the animals themselves, or you can touch the animals if you'd like.
Wow.
Or
Okay.
even feed them.
That's fun. All right, there's a lot of people who visit Omaha in the summer, whether it's the College World Series, visiting family, taking a vacation. If somebody has never been to the zoo, why should they go?
Well, it's iconic. We are the nation's #1 zoo. We have some of the best habitats in the world. We have the Desert Dome, which is almost 25 years old, is the world's largest indoor desert.
It's making me feel old.
I know. It still holds up though. It's very, very popular. We have the Lee Jungle, which is one of the largest indoor jungles in the world. The Scott Aquarium, of course, is the largest aquarium in a zoo. And underneath of the dome is also the world's largest nocturnal exhibit. So that's the Kingdoms of the Night.
Yeah, it's my kid's favorite when we go down
Is
there.
it? Yeah.
So, and it sounds like really, like, even if it's 95 degrees out, a hot summer day, still plenty to do at the zoo to keep cool.
Absolutely. So we have about 140 acres of property at the zoo, but about 6 acres of indoor habitat. So there really isn't a long stretch before you can, seek some air conditioning inside and enjoy our indoor habitats.
And of course, you have the spray stations that
Yes,
mist you as you
the
walk.
mist stations, and the Alaskan splash pad
Yes,
as well. Yes.
5- and 7-year-old, they're very familiar with the Alaskan splash pad. It's not just the zoo for you guys. It's also the Wildlife Safari Park, right?
Yes.
What is that for people who haven't been?
Yes, the Lee G. Simmons Wildlife Safari Park is located in Ashland, Nebraska. And that is a very, very large, beautiful, natural native grassland prairie property. And we have all North American species out there. So bison, elk, white-tailed deer, sandhill cranes, American bald eagles, gray wolves, American black bears. It's a drive-through experience about 4.5 miles where you drive your own vehicle at your own pace. You can pull over and enjoy the animals in their natural habitats, or you can get out of your vehicle and hike up to see the bears and the wolves. You can visit the goat corral. And new this summer, we have a brand new Dinosaurs Unearthed exhibit.
Okay.
These are animatronic animals. They are custom painted. We actually had them painted to kind of match the wildlife and landscape around the Platte River corridor to tie in with the park. And these animals are incredible. They hiss, they roar, some of them even spit. So there's a cool off opportunity.
There you go. Roll the windows down as you pass a dinosaur.
Yes, yes.
There's so much. I feel like the zoo could take you 2 days if you wanted.
Yes.
But is there a way to do both in a day?
You could. You very well could. You can do. You could go to the zoo and just spend time at the upper portion, or do the whole thing, and that could last you a day.
Yeah.
It is about a 40-minute drive from the zoo out to the Ashland, our safari park in Ashland.
Yeah. About the safari park, there's a new animal, right?
We do have a new bobcat.
Bobcat.
And her name is Betty.
Betty the bobcat.
Betty the bobcat, yes.
And will people see her as they drive by?
She is actually located near the visitor center where you can get out, and that's quite right at the top where you drive through, and you can keep going, or you can pull over, and there is a habitat with swift fox and owl, and then Betty the bobcat.
I know you said it's about 4.5 miles. People can go at their own pace, but how long should people budget for that?
You know, I have seen folks really take their time. They can get through the park. You can get through the park in about 15 minutes if you wanted to. It just depends on the day. Sometimes we do have quite a bit of traffic. Like I said, sometimes folks want to pull over, or sometimes folks will drive straight through. If you park to hike up to some of our animals, you could spend an hour there. You could spend more. We have food and drink there where you can grab lunch and a cold drink.
Okay, we only have about 30 seconds left. I'm going to put you on the spot because we joked about this in commercial break. If you're going to the zoo, should you go left or right first?
And I had mentioned I'll get in trouble depending on what I say, but I would highly recommend visiting our desert dome just because it is so unique. There's desert in there. It's just a very, immersive. Every corner you turn, you see something, from top to bottom that is really incredible. And it's just an opportunity to see a space in the middle of Nebraska, visit deserts around the world. I mean, where else can you do that?
#1 zoo in the nation.
#1 zoo in the nation.
Megan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Coming up, let's dive into some attractions within the metro that make for great day trips. We'll take a look at some of the hottest places to be sizzling this summer. First, a reminder that your comments are an important part of this show. If you want to be heard, email those comments to news@ketv.com. Remember, we love hearing from you. First, how about a little trivia? How much money is involved in Nebraska's tourism industry? A, $600 million, B, $2.4 billion, C, $4.6 billion, or D, $6.4 billion? We'll have the answer when we come back on Chronicle.